Good morning. My name is Edu Consult, and this morning I'm going to be talking about lesson objectives. Now, when you, the head teacher or the head of school, is marking a lesson plan or lesson notes, do you check for the lesson objectives? The lesson objectives shouldn't have words like they should be able to know or they should be able to should not have vague verbs. By the end of the lesson, the children should be able to define, the children should be able to explain, the children should be able to describe, the children should be able to list, the children should be able to connect, the children should be able to relate. So you go from simple to more complex lesson objective. A lesson objective is what tells you, or a guide that lets you be able to give goals for the students, for the learners, and yourself as a teacher. So what should you be looking at to achieve during the lesson? The lesson objective should not be more than 3 for a 35 minutes or 40 minutes lesson. The moment it's going to 5 or 7 lesson objectives, then you are not going to be able to meet them. Remember to truncate, that is, to stagger. Let there be a lesson objective for level 4, that is for the lower ability, for the average ability, the higher ability. Remember the hierarchy of needs and the learning pyramid. So when you say list, that's low level. So everybody should be able to list. And then many in the class, the learners you have should be able to describe. Then explaining goes to a higher level. And then relating to specify things takes an even higher level. And when you start the lesson, maybe you have a starter to hook their attention, then you go to let them know the lesson objective. At a point in time during the lesson, you need to refer to that lesson objective. So don't forget that you need to be able to achieve A, B, C during this lesson. And at the end of it, when you're doing your plenary, you should be able to bring that in. And at the end, you should be able to ask them, because you are teaching the 21st century learner how to reflect on his or her learning. Now, have we been able to do, have we been able to meet the lesson objectives? Can you now list? And then you can take that as its own plenary. David, can you list for me? And then, an average learner, can you describe? Then one of the higher ability in the groups that you have for yourself. Okay, can you relate? Can you explain? And then, so when the observer, the head teacher, the team lead, the head of school is observing your lesson, she will be able to give ticks in those boxes that the teacher was able to share the lesson objectives, also to be able to express high expectation, and the teacher was able to refer to the lesson objective at some point during the lesson to bring back their minds to a goal to the lesson. And at the end, the teacher was able to assess the meeting of the lesson objectives. So let's always have a goal in mind, and let's always share this goal with the children, with the learners, with our class children, so that at the end of it, he or she has developed the skill of reflection. And then you, when you're writing your next lesson plan, can reflect to say, these are the things that I could have done better during this lesson. Reflection is a key part of lesson plans as well, which most teachers dodge. Because though you write lesson plans ahead, you should be able to go back to that previous lesson plan and say, I could have done better in A, B, C. It was a good lesson, but I need to improve. So when you have to reteach the lesson in future, these are the mistakes you won't make again. This has been Olufumlayo to be talking about lesson objectives as well as reflection during a lesson. Thank you. Have a nice week ahead. God bless you.